I don't mean to bum you out, but this is going to be the last pre-writing we're going to do. Yeah, I know. I need held too. For pre-writing 3, we're going to do a little bit of brainstorming, we're going to do a little bit of paragraph writing, but I think the major difference here is I want you to realize that this isn't just an isolated exercise. Hopefully this can help tie into the actual organization of your paper. At the very least, brainstorming should get your juices flowing. At its best, it can really cut down on the work you have to do later. It's time for one last pre-writing exercise. For this one, we're going to do a brainstorming list, but it's going to be a different type of brainstorming. Hopefully you already have a decent idea of what you're going to argue about at this time and what kind of argument you're going to make. If so, this is how you go. 2 columns on a sheet of paper, cut it in half, or put 2 columns on a version of Word, I don't really care. First column will be all the arguments you can possibly think of supporting your position. Go for it, and don't think about it too hard. Just get as many down as you possibly can. The whole point of brainstorming is to just let your brain start flying and spitting out stuff. The second column will be for all the arguments opposing your position. It's important not only to know what you're going to argue, but know the kind of things people will argue against you for. Once you do this, well, first try to come up with 10 for each side. At least 10. If you can come up with more, it's going to yield you more benefits. Then you will explore your argument. Write a paragraph or so, answering which one is the most believable, which one is the least believable, and which one is the most interesting, and why. This way, the initial brainstorming part is getting all possible arguments. The exploring your arguments in the paragraph or so is where you decide which ones you like the best, which ones seem most practical. And it's a good way to take a lot of ideas and figure out which one you really prefer, which one you want to spend your time on. The whole point of doing any of the brainstorming is to get enough stuff out of your head and down onto paper so you can start to build up a base of info, of stuff. And once you got that, you move on to crafting an outline. You know how to do outlines. State a thesis, make sure it's arguable, give reasons why it's valid, list your supporting points, explain how everything fits together. With this particular type of brainstorming, you are listing arguments against your position. This is a good thing you will do here, too. Stake out how you're going to refute those views. The idea being that if you know someone's going to argue against you, why not go ahead and answer that argument now so they're not thinking of it when they're reading your stuff? For the assignment, I want you to do the lists, the 2 sides, 10 each, and the paragraph. Hopefully you'll do an outline for yourself, and it will help your paper be better organized. This semester I've given you 4 different pre-writing strategies. There's a lot more. If you're unfortunate enough to take me for Comp 2, you're going to learn even more of them. Think about this as your chance to give them a test drive. See which one works best for you. It's a good advice for writing in general. You're at an early stage of your academic writing career where you can start to make decisions about where you write best, how you write best, what the best possible approach is. Since we have revision in this class, you have a lot of freedom to try out new things. I hope one of these pre-writing exercises has been valuable for you, and if not, don't worry. There are always more things to try. See you next video.